What is going on, Heroes Avenue? And time to buckle up. We got some more DC news to break down and talk about. And there's quite a few topics to talk about. It's been kind of a roller coaster ride. It almost feels like Justice League is about to come out again, because you know how much of a roller coaster ride that was. But speaking of Justice League, the director of the reshoots of Justice League, Joss Whedon, who was supposed to be attached to direct the solo Batgirl movie, is no longer attached to the film. Many people were worried that this is just another great director in a long line of directors that are leaving the DC universe due to creative differences or whatever other problem they might have with WB. A lot of people are worried once again about this. That actually doesn't include myself, because I actually think that is okay. You know what? I myself, along with many others, and I know there are people that would disagree with me, and that's fine, but I was not a fan of Justice League. I mean, I did enjoy the movie, but it didn't feel like the Zack Snyder movie that I wanted to get. It felt like there were too many changes, and that's probably not Joss Whedon's fault. He was probably brought on to do his thing because of whatever studio heads and big suits wanted him to do. So I don't blame Joss Whedon for that. I just feel like it left a very bad taste in my mouth, and I'm okay with Joss Whedon not directing the solo Batgirl movie. And we do know that Warner Brothers wants to put the Batgirl movie out there, along with Flashpoint as their next pictures coming up, but after Wonder Woman, obviously. But, you know, it remains to be seen who is going to be the director of this Batgirl movie, but everyone is kind of assuming that with the success of Patty Jenkins directing Wonder Woman, a female-led character, female-led movie with a female director, it was a great pairing. It looks like WB might try to do the same thing with Batgirl. So, you know what? We're gonna just have to wait and see about that. You know, let me know in the comments below if you guys think that this is kind of bad news, or if this is another alarm, yet another alarm that's ringing in this big DC catastrophe that we've gotten so far. Again, I don't feel like it's that big of an issue to me. It felt like Batgirl was so far out anyways that I'm okay. I'd rather we get the right director on board, someone fresh and new, get them locked in, get a script ready. WB, get the hell out the way, let the director do their job, and let's get the movie out. So enough about that. In more news, let's stay with kind of the bad news. Director Chris McKay, who's been very active on Twitter in regards to the Nightwing movie, the solo Nightwing movie. It appears that he's not going to leave, like a lot of people are saying. He's not going to leave. He did post this tweet up a little bit earlier right here, and this is in reference to the news that he may be signing on to direct a Dungeons and Dragons movie, which is supposed to come out relatively soon. And if he does do that, it would be implied that Nightwing is going to be pushed back. And you know, if a movie gets pushed back, you know, a lot of people are going to wonder if the director is going to want to stay on board. And thankfully, Chris McKay, who seems like the right person for this job, he tweeted this out to someone suggesting that they're going to have to fire him in order for him to leave the DC universe. So that is really good. You know, Nightwing was one of those movies I'm very excited about because of what Chris McKay talks about, bringing on the people who did the raid to choreograph the fight scenes for this. You know, he talked about the Nightwing character who he brings in is going to have to be in incredible shape for the things that he has planned for this movie. So I've been nothing but hyped for this movie. And it looks like we might have to wait a little bit more. That seems to be the life of a DC Universe fan. A lot of drama, a lot of chaos. But, you know, hopefully there's a light at the end of this tunnel. You know, I'm not really talking about Shazam in this video itself, but, you know, we are starting to get some behind-the-scenes looks at Shazam, you know, with Zachary Levi posting these pictures. So hopefully we get to see his suit soon. I'm really not too worried about Shazam right now. I'm pretty positive about that right now, especially because David F. Sandberg has been very positive about, you know, what's been going on. Everything seems to be on schedule. Same thing with that. So Shazam, Wonder Woman, not really worried about. But to end this video, let's talk about some good news. In 2018, the only DC Universe movie that is supposed to be coming out is Aquaman. And apparently WB has done a test screening for Aquaman, and everything is pointing pretty positive right now, guys. So, Batman News suggested that one of his sources said that they saw the test screening for Aquaman. Obviously, the CGI is not completely finished yet. Some of it is, but majority of it isn't. But they said they loved the movie. It is incredible action with a lot of emotion as well. So that sounds incredibly hopeful for myself because, you know, after Justice League, you know, I'm just used to bad news coming along for the DC Universe. I've learned to, while it used to affect me so much, I've learned to kind of be desensitized to it. You know, we just got an awesome movie from Marvel. Once again, Black Panther was incredible, breaking all types of records. And the DC Universe can't seem to catch a break. So hopefully this Aquaman movie gets the DC Universe sailing in the right direction. Supposedly this is a Star Wars movie underwater, and I cannot wait. You know, supposedly we're gonna get the trench involved. We're gonna get Arthur's actual suit from the comics. You know, I was a big fan of what they did in Justice League, but we didn't get enough Aquaman. Obviously, they cut out all the Aquaman scenes in Justice League. I don't know what to say. I don't want to talk about Justice League. It just gets me really disappointed. But yeah, that's really exciting. I'm glad that the test screenings went well. Supposedly, you know, in the past, these test screenings have done well, and it doesn't translate into the movie that we actually get on screen, whether that's people giving Batman vs. Superman a standing ovation and then it tanking at the office. I actually like Batman vs. Superman a lot. Mine is, you know, I see its flaws, but I do like that movie a lot. But that movie got a standing ovation. Justice League, they said that the movie was unwatchable, but then when we get the movie actually on screen, it looks like they totally messed it up. And then we have reports of people who saw the test footage, and they talk about how Darkseid was in it, how many scenes were cut out of it, and that what the movie that they saw in the test screening was way better than what we got in the actual screening. Obviously, Suicide Squad, multiple test screenings of that came out, and Warner Brothers decided to have a trailer company re-edit the movie. It's like, I don't know what to think of this. I'm just trying to cling to all the good news that this appears to be. So, nevertheless, I have faith in James Wan. It seemed like that movie went on filming without a hitch. So I'm excited to see what's to come for the DC Universe. All right, guys. So that is all for the DC news so far. We'll try to keep you guys updated with all of the DC news and Marvel news coming out. And let me know what you guys thought about the stories below. Does the news of Aquaman test screenings going well get you hyped? And are you kind of disappointed that Joss Whedon is leaving Batgirl? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe for more videos to come. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.